Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Good morning to you. It is time for Coffee and here on ON AM and FM radio. It's Friday morning. It's September the 19th. Thanks for joining us this morning. My name's Joe Callahan. Nice of you to come along with us at the Coffee and table this morning. We'll say good morning to Dave Richards. Hi there, Dave.
Greetings, Joe.
Greetings and salutations. We expect Melissa Murray to be joining us momentarily. And
that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I believe Rich Lane from Post 85 will be coming in a little later on this morning as well. Now, the first segment sponsor of the Coffee and panel, of the Coffee and program on Fridays, is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce.
It certainly is.
NRIChamber.com is their website. What else do you know about the Chamber, Dave? Anything?
Well, the telephone number, Joe. Would you like to know the telephone number?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Well, we could tell you the telephone number, 334-1000. You can see I'm looking up all the stuff from my... I got to open up my email over here so that I can get into that. Let's see, it's under that, and it's there's two new ones in there.
From the Chamber?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Business
All right.
Meets Buzz at Blackie's. Don't miss out. That's coming up October 1st at 4:30. They used to call it Business After Hours. Nowadays they call it Networking Pop-Ups. And Blackie's, as you know, a pub-style restaurant, sports bar type of type thing that has been so popular. They completely outgrew their location off the beaten path and came up onto the beaten path, and they're outgrowing that place too. So that's coming up 4:30 to 6:30 at Blackie's on Route 116 down near the Navigant Credit Union. And we have Eggs and Issues breakfast coming up. Is it next week? It is, isn't it? Huh? That's Wednesday, I do believe, is the 24th.
Yes, it is.
Yep, Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning. Remember, Coffee and listeners get full dispensation for attending chamber events during the show. You can always get a make good, just like Rotary. And it's sponsored by CVS Health and Delta Dental. Then the HR Roundtable also coming up. We mentioned the network pop-up earlier in the day, but at 4:30 to 6:30, but at noontime on the October the 1st, we have the HR Roundtable, and this is kind of important because it's very tough to keep up with all the different changes and stuff like that. The employer workforce programs and resources available for small businesses, and this is something that, and when you're running a small business, I'll tell you, sometimes you don't even know who to ask for help, and this will help you. We have another Eggs and Issues breakfast coming up on October the 8th, too, from 8:30 to 9:30, and that is with the Life Science Hub, Rhode Island Life Science Hub President and CEO Mark Turco. Don't know that man. We get a chance to meet him if I wasn't on the air. Depends on whether you need me on the show, Joe.
Yes.
Okay. October 8th. That's a Thursday, I think, isn't it?
Oh, well, let's see. No, it's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
I don't need you, so go ahead and go.
Wow. Okay. Cool. All right. That's it for now.
All right. Very good there, Dave. Well, how about this?
How about it, Joe?
The FBI was out in Burrillville.
Yep. They're everywhere. They're everywhere, just like Chicken Man.
They were looking for, quote, specific evidence that is so vague it's unbelievable at a Burrillville pond on Thursday, according to a spokesperson for the Bureau. The FBI's underwater search and evidence response team spent hours at Round Pond near Doe Crossing Drive. That's not far from the Connecticut state line. Have you been there, Dave?
Yeah.
From living out there.
Round Pond, yeah.
Okay. So you know exactly where this
I do, yeah.
pond is. Okay. Now, according to Channel 12's story, Justin Houle, president of the Lake Association, told Channel 12 he's in charge of the property. He described the ordeal as being, quote, a little daunting.
Really?
Unquote. Houle said the FBI reached out seeking permission to access the pond earlier this week.
Well, that was nice of them.
To ask for permission? Sure.
Why is everybody saying such rotten things about the FBI? They asked politely.
Houle went on to say, it was very surprising. It caught me off guard. Now, the FBI, they say there's no threat to public safety at this time.
Right.
Well, what does
You're
that mean?
investigating something that happened before is what it means.
All right.
Joe.
The
You can
other,
figure that
the
out.
spokesperson declined to comment further, so it remains unclear if the search is connected to a previous case. They won't tell you what they're actually looking for.
Well,
so
obviously,
there you
they're
go.
not going to waste their time. They have so many illegal immigrants in here that they have to.
No, that's ICE goes
worry
after
about.
that. FBI
That's-
doesn't
No,
go
the
after
FBI
that.
feeds them information. You got to understand how
Well,
this works.
Is someone living in the pond? I don't know. So
No.
Hi, Melissa.
They have so many other things to do.
okay. Did you hear about the FBI out there in Burrillville?
Yeah, searching in a pond.
Searching in
but
a pond, yeah.
You just,
The
I don't
search
think
and-
anybody's living in the pond.
No, okay. The search and evidence response team, and there's such a team. They were out there for hours, searching for the pond. Now they don't say why, and they don't
It was
say
a
what,
nice
if they
enough
found
day,
anything.
good day for a swim. Come on, get off
Wasn't
their
it
back.
nice? I'm not off their back. I mean, I'm not on their back. I'm just wondering.
Good morning, Melissa.
I always like to know when they're in your backyard. Well, what are you looking for? And
They're
why
not
won't?
gonna, they're not going to
I
tell
know they
you
won't
that,
tell you, but
right?
I still want to know, though.
But yeah, obviously somebody dumped
that has nothing to do.
something.
That has nothing to do with conspiracy type of secrecy. That is
Oh, I
standard
know. That's
procedure for law
right. I get
enforcement
it.
officers.
And
You don't tell anybody what you're
looking
doing
for, you're right? Yeah.
because you could be giving information to a perpetrator or something
Right.
like that you don't intentionally want to do that could change your evidence gathering.
So it happened here in
Otherwise, they
Woonsocket.
might hide it.
It happened here in Woonsocket. I'm thinking like 7-10 years ago, maybe. There's that where Al Drew's music is
Yeah.
on Front Street. There's a if you're looking at Al Drew's, there's a building to the left of it.
Yeah, right.
The FBI raided that building,
Yeah.
and they never said what they were looking
Originally, it was
for.
a first storage.
And then they never said what they were looking for, and then they just went away, and the story went away.
Yeah.
And I still, to this day, I still don't know why they came there.
And it
Maybe
doesn't
they
matter,
didn't
does
find
it?
anything.
And maybe they didn't find
or
anything.
maybe they're still building the
Maybe-
case.
maybe they
it
are.
didn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a storage, but so maybe stolen goods were being stored.
Maybe.
they
Okay.
didn't see what they wanted, and maybe the tip was wrong. I mean, people
But
should chill a little.
It just piques my interest when the FBI is like, hey, it's not just one FBI agent looking around; it's a whole team shows up. Hey,
Yeah,
what's
I get it.
What's
It's-
the big deal?
It's the old thing. I want all these problems solved, but don't bother me while you're doing it.
Yes.
I want all the bad guys caught. Use extraordinary methods, but don't use them around me because it creeps me out. All right, I get it. Grow up and be unhappy. That's what,
All right,
that's
there
what
we
my
go.
dad would say. Grow up and be unhappy.
All right. We had the story earlier in the week. We were talking to Bob Lotter about it yesterday a little bit. The man from Millville that went down to allegedly went down to the Target store at the Lincoln Mall, decided to film the ladies in the aisle. He's now been charged with felony video voyeurism, and so Bob looked it up on what is the video voyeurism statute here in Rhode Island, and he went
didn't find
over
anything
it.
that directly complied, did he?
No, he really didn't.
When he did his online search. Well, something.
But I think they're leaving stuff out of the story. They don't want to tell us yet.
Well, there you go. The deal is pretty simple. Let the cops do what they want.
Yeah.
Have faith in the Constitution. The legal profession will blow any holes that are there
That they
in
can-
in the case out of proportion. Now you may say, well, then the perpetrators get off scot-free. Well, okay, listen. Our faith teaches us they're never going to get off scot-free if they hurt people. So have a little bit of faith and a little faith in the legal system for working most of the time.
Well, just be on your guard.
That's why this whole
Especially-
thing with
especially-
Trump and Kimmel and
We'll
the
get-
FCC
we'll get to that in a
licenses and
minute.
everything else.
Yeah.
But be on the lookout. By the way, if you're going to go out shopping, because this man from Millville is free.
Well, he's
He
free
got
on
the-
bail.
He's free on bail. So
$5,000 that I hear?
that's right.
Yeah.
That means he's out right now, and he doesn't have a court date until December. So he's got a
Right.
couple of months to keep roaming around and.
A lot of
and
good
may-
shopping weeks there.
Maybe he'll go back and do this. I'm just
December.
telling you to be on your best. To
Well-
be on the lookout for people that are
And
filming
then what do you do?
Gross.
Well, you
What I worry about is you tell people about this, they get all tense and stuff
Yeah.
like that. They see somebody and they may act out making bad decisions, and then two wrongs don't make a right, and some nice person ends up in trouble.
Well, you really should
I
tell
mean,
the
otherwise
management
nice.
the management of the store. Don't
Yeah.
take it upon yourself.
People don't get it. You don't have any right to walk into a store.
I know. Well, they ask
I
you
mean,
to
they
walk
open
in
the door,
and say,
they
"Please
open the
come in."
doors,
Yeah.
and they welcome you in.
And
But if they
to do
don't want
business.
you there,
They can kick
you
you
have
out.
no right to be there.
Yeah. So, but he's just he you just got to watch out, because especially if the ladies go shopping with their husband or their large brother or something like that, the men might do something that will get them arrested.
Your imagination goes wild
Well,
in
sure
a
it does.
situation like this.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
video voyeurism is a federal offense if it takes place in a federal building.
Yeah.
Well, this
or,
wasn't. Okay.
Or is using communications or devices that cross state lines.
Right.
Well, he was
Is
probably
in the
sending it
FCC's
back to
So-
his place back in Millville.
Right. So
Oh, he should
Yep.
know that.
Well,
He
if he
stayed out of Rhode
well,
Island.
no, you're joking about that.
Well,
but
I am.
The actual thing is, if it remained on his phone, it would stay in Rhode Island. And
But if he drives back,
but if he uses the cloud backup,
well, he probably does.
it crosses state lines.
Yeah. So okay.
then you're a federal offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's a Fed thing.
Okay. And
I
Sat-
mean, it's inappropriate behavior. Guys
course
got to
it- of
grow
course
up
it is.
and think of other people's feelings,
Yeah.
for Pete's sakes. He's not the only sentient being in the universe, for Pete's
Mm-hmm.
sakes. So obviously he's ill-advised. He's made a bad choice. So what the legal system does to him will be what the legal system does to him, but hopefully he learns a lesson that you can't treat people this way.
but he's probably done it in the past. I'm making an assumption here.
Well,
and
okay.
got away with it. And
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
I'm
Those
just
types of
I'm
crimes
just
are
going to keep
usually
doing this.
Yeah.
Very rarely say,
Habitual,
"Oh,
you
this."
Yeah, habitual. Yeah.
Very
This is
rarely-
just probably the first time he's gotten caught.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
But very rare would he say, "Well, this is the first time I've done
Well,
this."
hooray for
and
Tar-
got
Well, of
caught.
course you're going to
Hooray
say
for
that.
Target for stepping up and
Yeah,
doing
right.
what's right. Take care of your customers. Make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Out there in Milford, a bit of a sad story. 8-year-old girl was hit by a pickup truck.
Yeah, this is right next to the school off Congress Street.
Yeah, on Woodland Elementary School.
Yeah.
It just says it takes place at the intersection of Congress and Spruce Streets.
Right.
So, was she in the crosswalk when she got hit? It
Joe,
doesn't say.
How would I know?
I know. Questions I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Was she in the crosswalk? Was she on the sidewalk? Did the
That area has heavy signage. They have
Yeah.
the radar signs telling you how fast you're going, reminding you how slow you're supposed to be going. They've done everything they can. That whole area is just, and it's a concentrated area in Milford where they have elementary schools. Behind them on another street's access is the middle school, the high school, all the rest of I mean, they've got things fairly well centrally located as far as schools are concerned in that community.
It's always
from
going to
what
be
I've
somebody that speeds or,
Could be.
Could be
Congress
speeding.
Street is a downhill street, long, straight, sloping downhill. Could be speed got away from them. They didn't realize how fast they were going, or maybe they were just misbehaving.
Did you say the little girl was killed?
8
No.
years old.
Oh, okay.
but,
She's not.
serious injuries?
Okay.
Serious.
And
Right.
she had to be med flighted to the hospital. So those are some serious
Yeah.
injuries.
Which means she didn't go to Milford. She went to Worcester.
She's up in
Yeah.
Worcester. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny. They say, well, we got to figure this out. Would it be quicker to get her to Worcester by ambulance, or should we wait for the helicopter to get here, and the helicopter will still get her
It
there
also
quicker?
has to do with the level of trauma they first responders anticipate.
Yeah.
Because if they go to Milford, and Milford's not outfitted to treat the acuteness of that particular injury right now, if they don't have equipment and staff right there, right then there's going to be a delay in getting treatment.
Yeah,
So
right.
if you go directly by helicopter to Worcester, whether it's a few minutes more or less, if they're set up in their trauma unit for this, which Worcester
Yeah.
has that, they've got the reputation
Sure.
for all of southeast New England here. So it's a judgment call by first responders, and they have a lot of experience in it, so most of the time they're right.
All right, we're going to take our first break here on the Coffee and program. This segment of Coffee and has been sponsored
But
by
then Mr. Trump said,
the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Anything else?
334-1000
Thanks, Dave.
is the phone number. Call after 9 o'clock when they answer the phones.
All right. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240 for the Coffee and program.
The best variety of music. OM 1240.
Integrity, trust, service. 3 words that sum up what you can expect from the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Established in 1987, we've been helping local investors to build wealth and guide them through their golden years of retirement using quality stocks of companies that you know, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We also use investment-grade bonds and low-cost exchange-traded funds. To find out more about our services and for a quality conservative approach to investing, call us at 765-8880. Integrity, Trust, Service. The Carew Investment Group. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
I live in a house surrounded by trees, and I love those leaves until they're clogging our gutters. I do not ever want to think about my gutters, and that's why we are big fans of Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Enjoy the beauty of this season, knowing your gutters are clean and avoiding all kinds of costly damage. Every Leaf Filter installation comes with a lifetime no clogs guarantee. They use award-winning patented technology. It keeps everything out of your gutters but the water. So why not call today, schedule your free gutter inspection, get a no obligation free estimate, and then enjoy the beauty of the leaves without worrying about having to get up on a ladder and clean them out. Don't spend the season worrying about gutters. Schedule your free inspection and get up to 30% off your entire purchase at leaffilter.com/Bob and Sherry. That's LEAF filter.com/Bob and Sherry. A free estimate, a free inspection, and 30% off at LEAFfilter.com/Bob and Sherry.
See representative for warranty
The
details.
Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
WOON Radio.
Thanks for joining us on Coffee and. Joe Callahan here with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. Did we get a note called in, Dave?
Is he welcome, Melissa?
Oh, yes.
Very welcome.
Well, so there you go. So
We got a note called in,
So
Dave?
we're here.
That's in your hands?
yes, we have
What's
a
it
note
say?
called in from a baseball fan
Okay.
with a short memory.
All right.
Says, to the panel, don't look now, but the Red Sox ship has a leak in it, and you know what happens when a boat has a leak in it.
It sinks.
Yes. Color of little memory. It's September. September
swoon.
swoon.
It's happening again this year.
I mean, so many years after years after years, the Yankees get their low season out of the way in July and August, so they're strong in September for the playoffs. Red Sox
Do the other way
struggle to
around.
get the winning. Yeah, they get the winning streaks in July and August so that they can blow them in September. This is something that is a franchise tradition. So that's
All right.
my opinion on that one.
The Sox are still a game and a half up for the last wild card spot.
By
So
the
there's
skin of their
there's
teeth.
still a shot, but they still got games to play, and they can still lose. So we'll see what happens there.
And then it's only
let's
for
see.
the wild card.
Oh, I know.
And
I
look
know.
at what if you're the wild card, it's like coming in 3 in a 3-horse race. Seriously, you've got teams that are really better than you. If you get into the playoffs, you get a chance to beat them. But how improbable is that?
No, it's happened before. So
Yeah, of course it's happened before.
All you got to do is get
But
into
by
the playoffs.
a team that
That's all
barely
matters.
makes it there.
Doesn't matter. Everyone's the same when you get to the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Okay.
there's a phone scam
I'll
going.
remind you of that.
There's a phone scam going around in Newport, by the way. People are calling.
It's not
the scammers
just
are calling
Newport.
people. I'm sure it goes around everywhere.
Yeah.
But the Newport police is just saying the scammers are going around. They call you up, they get you on the phone, and they say, "Hey, we're the Newport police, basically, and you've missed jury duty, and you must pay us a fine."
Oh, boy.
And it doesn't say if anyone's done it. Maybe some people have, and that's how they know there's a scam going around. Newport police remind people if you receive this kind of call, don't provide any personal information and just hang up. is what
right.
you do. You would know if you have missed jury duty.
You would. You would.
It's not like I
They
didn't
don't
get
call
my.
you up and be like, hey,
I didn't.
Guess what? You
I didn't
missed
get
it.
my
Now you
notice.
just pay us.
I didn't get my notice in the mail.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So if it happens around here, same thing. Just leave it alone. Dave has in his hands this year's Autumn Fest 2025 calendar raffle calendar.
Yeah. Just dropped off yesterday from Bill Schneck, the guy who's in charge of the whole thing from the Autumn Fest Steering Committee. And this is a facsimile, by the way. This is not what you get to take home because this is like 2 feet by 2 feet. You wouldn't fit in your wallet. But
We got the real calendars here.
yeah, we got the real ones here. And the donation is $10 per ticket and gets you into a raffle. And I think you remember this from last time. And you know, a lot of folks have picked up this style of fundraising. But boy, Bill has done a great job. Over $12,000 worth of prizes, all listed in all the different days here on our calendar. On Sundays, we've got, among other things, let's just pick the Sunday, November the 2nd over here. The prizes are Executive Auto Wash, 6 Platinum Car Washes, $144 value. Ciro's Tavern, $25.
There's more on the Executive Auto Wash, Dave.
Yeah, well, the membership, and yeah.
That $108 value.
3-month Platinum Car Wash membership.
Okay.
And that Platinum Car Wash, by the way, is really great. I've taken the Kia through that several times. The Ciro's Tavern, $25 gift card. Gators Pub, $25 gift card. And from your favorite local radio station, a $50 Visa gift card you can use on anything you can use for a Visa gift card. Donated by ON, AM, and FM radio. That's just one day. And you've got all the way through the month, right straight through till Sunday, November the 30th. And each day you've got multiple prizes. And we choose just one ticket. Now, and if you win, by the way, you come and get your prizes. We take your ticket and put it back in the drum.
You can win more than once.
Now, you'll
It's
be able to
happened
buy
More than
these.
once, yeah, that has happened
It
before.
has many times. So we'll be able to buy these at the ON TV truck at Autumn Fest, probably some other places at Autumn Fest as well. You can get them here at the ON radio station offices during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, at 985 Park Avenue. Only $10. Autumn Fest 2025 calendar raffle is underway now. Get your tickets. We just got them in yesterday, and we already sold one before the printing on the thing was even dry. So anyway, that's cool. I want to make sure that we mention that because Bill works really hard on that. He's got a very, very nice little game there, and everybody loves it every year.
I remember when we started that on Autumn Fest, and we were lucky to get 30 prizes.
Yeah.
One prize a
One
day.
prize a day.
Yeah, right.
Multiple.
And now it's,
And your name goes back in, so.
and now every day's got at least 4 prizes, maybe 3.
And there's
3 or 4
prizes on
prizes every
Saturdays
day.
and Sundays too, not just weekdays.
Yeah, so well, that's fantastic. All right,
So Mr. Trump said,
everybody, you know what you heard Mr. Trump say in our newscast today?
Yeah, I did.
Is just that that the entertainment industry is basically just the left arm of the Democratic Party, and so that's
oh,
what
he said it was the right arm of the Democratic
well,
Party.
whatever. It's an arm kind of thing. I was talking to Melissa yesterday and about the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, and the bad part of the whole thing, and no one's really come up with this. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel's out indefinitely, but there's everybody else associated with the show doesn't have a job now.
I know.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
100 people.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's like, well, what about those people?
Right.
Now maybe they'll hook on somewhere else.
They'll go down to
Yeah,
Union Hall
maybe.
and see if they can pick up some day work.
What's Jimmy? Is Jimmy Fallon doing anything? You know, can he use us?
Yes, and did you hear what he did?
Jimmy Fallon? No.
Oh yeah, he's making sport with it.
Really?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is not being the militant. Oh yeah, and stuff like. No. Jimmy Fallon is taking the opportunity to make jokes about it. And among the other comments that have been made by others, that this program has been certified harmless to the president and stuff like that. But he had a couple of things to say about the whole idea of censorship. No venom at all, but just trying to make fun of the whole thing. And then he said, but you know, President Trump is such a wonderful man. We love this guy. You know, he's the best president we've ever had, and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And he looks at the camera, does a take, and smiles.
All right. Well, you know.
So, you know, he's doing his job. His job is to make people, forget their troubles, a little laughter, interview some people, be a spectacle and stuff like that. And he's talented. He's a talented man, always has been.
I don't know if Melissa remembers this. You might be too young. But Dave and I remember. And this is back in the George Bush, Dan Quayle times. And Johnny Carson and David Letterman, every night, there was a Dan Quayle joke.
Yep.
Every
Yeah.
single night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
freedom
didn't-
of speech.
Well,
There hasn't been a
Yeah.
sitting president yet that was worth a pound of salt while he was in office. Seriously. They have to die or leave to be worth anything. It's just that everyone picks on the leader in this country, and it's been going on for so long. And now this whole business with Jimmy Kimmel, if you take 20 steps back, folks, you see what's going on, and it's just a lot of noise. Now, don't be sitting there wringing your hands saying, "Oh, it's all over." These people will
all
cave. Yeah, right. Free speech is dead. You're going to get that from the Democratic politicians who want to make anybody who's not like them look bad. Okay, fine. And is Mr. Trump right? It's obvious. No, he isn't. But that's not important. What's important? The president of the United States, the only thing he can do to really destroy this country is in that football. Seriously, because he can say anything he wants. He can make all kinds of orders and stuff like that. He can cause trouble, but he cannot destroy the country because the Constitution rules this country. And there's two other branches of government. So the president, the executive right now, we've got a guy in there who really loves to have his kind of fun is to give people heartburn, and that's okay. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, I didn't vote for it. I don't like it. I wouldn't vote for it again. But I can tell you this: that he can say to the FCC chair, "I want those licenses pulled," and it doesn't happen until the FCC, all the commissioners, all vote that they're going to have their license pulled. And then the next thing that happens, by the way, is nothing, except the lawyers get involved. Because Disney, ABC could have said, "Oh yeah, Mr. Carr?" That he's the chairman of the FCC.
Yeah.
"Oh yeah? Well, I think you're going to have to try that because when we get done with the lawyers and go into court and stuff like that, and by the way, there'll be an injunction right off the bat. So we're going to be here long after. This is going to be in court for years after the guy that told you to do that is out of office and he can't run again." All right? So, folks, you're getting all bent out of shape about nothing. Seriously. When you get... And this is the other problem that Mr. Trump says, well, they're all against me. Well, you know why? First of all, you're the president of the United States. So most everybody's going to be against you anyway, in one way or another. Anytime you make a decision, you divide the house and somebody doesn't like you. And you make decisions. That's your job every day. All right? So people
That
ain't going
goes
to
for
like
most
you.
politicians.
Right, goes for managers of businesses. Seriously. Sergeants in the Army. It goes for everybody. You make a decision, and somebody's not going to like it. So, Mr. President, grow up and be unhappy. It's real simple. You're an older person. You're conservative in your views. Younger people have not made the mistakes that make them conservative. They're going to be liberal. And then older people who didn't have to pay the consequences of their mistakes continue to be liberal. It happens.
That's an interesting take.
That's right. I'm talking about liberal members of Congress have not had to pay for the consequences for the mistakes that they've made. And so this is just what happens with human beings. There's always going to be turmoil. There's always going to be disagreement. Disagreement is what makes horse racing. You think that horse is going to win. I think this horse is going to win. Oh, I'll make a bet. Seriously, folks, chill. It's not as bad as it looks. And to prove it, Rich Elaine is in the studio to spread a little cheer and happiness.
Don't worry. Be happy.
There you go.
There you go. Water off a duck's back.
Son of a guy. 10 years from now, we'll be laughing about this stuff.
Oh,
Well, maybe not.
Well, maybe not.
What do you mean?
Well, no, he's,
What do you mean,
know,
maybe not?
You
The Constitution of the United States is still rock solid.
there's a little twist to that too, to this whole thing too, and I wasn't able to listen on the way in. I was involved in the phone call, but you know,
We didn't talk about the good stuff.
this is corporations that are running all this stuff right now. Everybody wants to get upset about Jimmy Kimmel. Let me tell you something. Bottom line is, okay, he kind of screwed up with what he said. Okay, period.
Right.
The end. Okay, now
ABC felt they couldn't defend what he said.
that's correct.
So
now
they-
who
so they
fired
folded.
him? Who fired him? The president didn't fire him. His
well,
boss did. The owner,
No,
the
first
owner
all,
of Disney.
He's not fired.
Well, no,
What
they suspended
the
him.
mechanics of it is
Yeah.
that they say you don't have a time slot on the air.
Now what's
We're
the,
putting something else there in the time slot, so don't
Indefinitely.
bother doing your
Right.
show. It's not going
Yeah.
on the air.
So
And then
what-
they say, "Well, I'm not going to pay $10,000 to produce a show that ain't going on the air."
But
That's
what's
what
Disney
happened.
trying to do? What are they trying to do right now? What are they trying to purchase? The NFL Network.
Well,
They're in
you know-
negotiations right now trying to purchase the NFL Network.
Right. Okay.
So they don't need a controversial statement that was just made about the assassination of a person on their backs while they're negotiating with the NFL. You think the NFL wants to grab a piece? See what I'm saying? It's all about the money. That guy for the guy that owns, I can't remember his name. The guy that owns Disney, right? He's
Well,
fired.
he doesn't own. He's the CEO of
well,
a corporation. Yeah.
But he's gotten rid of a lot of. He's gotten rid of a lot of stars that were big on Disney Plus and stuff like that.
Is Iger back? Is Eisner back?
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah,
runs
he's the
it.
CEO, Eisner. Yeah.
It is Eisner?
Yep.
Michael
I believe
Eisner.
it is. Yeah. But follow the money. Follow the money in all this.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
And the
you know?
president doesn't have to pay for lawyers.
No, it's hard.
They're paid for by the
That's right.
taxpayers. So he can make any lawsuit he wants.
Yeah. You know.
And he knows, well, listen, we'll shake people up. He'll bully the people that he can. And but in my view, ABC looked at that and said, "Oh yeah, shouldn't have said that. That shouldn't have gone on."
That's right.
And so,
That's
you know
simple.
something? Should have had more sense than to say that. And so we're going to fold on this one. We don't need the bother of the lawsuits. But if it ever really came down to free speech, believe me, these corporations would just say, okay, let's go legal. You want to try to take our licenses away? We get an injunction. You can't take the licenses away under our system of laws. And while we fight it out in the courts, which will be long after Mr. Trump is gone.
Yep.
So there. Okay, and if you think there isn't going to be a Democratic president after what Mr. Trump is doing, you're not paying attention. I mean, the Democrats are in the driver's seat, and Mr. Trump is electing the next Democratic president because
Okay.
he's painting his party as being intolerant.
All right, we got to take a break. Bob Iger is the CEO of Disney, not
Bob
Michael
Iger.
Eisner.
I said
sorry.
Iger first,
Yes.
and then I thought it was
And his
Eisner.
contract is in place
is
until
Iger.
December. When did it say? End of this year?
Yeah.
End of next year.
Okay.
December 31st, 2026. All right, time for the weather forecast being brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Sunny skies today with a high of 79 degrees and a slight breeze from the northwest. Tonight, clear skies, overnight low of 47 degrees. Saturday's weather, sunshine and 70. Sunday, mostly sunny and 70. Monday, sunshine and 74. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 80. On Wednesday, there's a slight chance of a shower, but still mostly sunny skies with a high of 73. And on Thursday, mostly sunny and 72.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, bright sunny skies and 61 degrees. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
Every day in all our lives, math matters, Rhode Island. Math matters to the farmer planting his fields and the chef measuring every ingredient. It matters in cybersecurity, analyzing data to assess risk. Math matters to the sculptor, scaling the size of his creation, and to the software engineer tracking performance. It's a life skill we need every day. That's why math matters, Rhode Island.
Brought to you by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association and Always Learning Rhode Island.
It's Coffee In on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Rich Elaine, Melissa Murray, Dave Richards, and Dave's got the Valley Breezes newspapers in his hand.
Before I get into that, can I just say something else to add on to my last comment, and then I'll be quiet for the rest of the show.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well, I got Rich here. It's tag team. So, but seriously, my personal feelings is my heartfelt apologies and sympathy go out to the family of the man who was killed, because not only did they have to lose a loved one, but all of this national baloney that's going on that keeps throwing it in their face, and it's just a horrible thing to do with a family who had someone murdered. This guy, political discussions and ideologies aside, who his friends were aside, he was a daddy, got little kids. He was a husband. This lady's now doesn't have a husband anymore. For Pete's sake, be human beings and knock it off with all this crap. Chill.
Amen.
What's in the Valley Breeze, Dave?
What's in the Valley Breeze, Joe? Well, I have it right here in front of me, the Cumberland and Lincoln edition, and there's a nice story from Ethan Shorey about an Eagle Scout who plans to renovate the Cumberland High School throwing circle and the hurdles that they use for track and field.
Ah, all right.
Nathan Weber is his name. There's a nice color picture of him standing right there in the circle. He does not have a shot put in his hand.
Or a hammer.
Or a hammer right now, but he'll be working on things there. Ethan also has a story about Cumberland officials reaching a tax agreement with the developer of the Ann and Hope property, which is kind of a good thing. Speeding and unsafe infrastructure lead Lincoln's road safety concerns. Sophia Barr has the story. Pick it up on the Cumberland and Lincoln edition. Now, in the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition of the Valley Breeze newspapers, love for coffee and one another brings the New Leaf Coffee to Pasco. Jacqueline Moorhead has the story of what's going on in that little Burrillville town of Pasco, who has just a wonderful coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
Just a wonderful coffee shop. And the reason I wasn't on the planning board anymore in Burrillville, I resigned over that.
Over a coffee shop?
No,
Don't get into it, Dave.
Oh God, yeah, please, yeah. It was just pettiness in a small town. That's all. And I says, I don't have time for this. I'm leaving. So there you go. And then Mike Bars has one of his drones, and he has a picture of himself flying the drone near one of Woonsocket's bridges, and I'm going to guess that that's the Sales Street Bridge or the Fairmount Bridge, one or the other, because they both are identical in architecture. The story from Corey Plant is that drones are turning Woonsocket's architecture into digital 3D models. You can do that with computers and with aerial photography. And then Roland and Jen Fernandez were married 50 years ago, and they have a story on the whole thing. Corey Plant has a story here. Everyone knows Roland. Everyone knows Jen. Two of our favorite people in the whole wide world. The son, Chris, is running the place now, but Roland's there all the time. And I didn't recognize Roland in the photo they have here on the front page of the Valley Breeze beneath the fold, but I did recognize Jen.
Well, it's their wedding photo, so it's 50 years old.
Yeah, right. It's 50 years ago. And having suffered a 50th anniversary myself, I do understand. So anyway, read all about it there. Plus, great stories and ads from good local businesses and everything else. And before we go off today, since I'm going to be quiet for the rest of the show, I'm not going to be here on Monday. Denise and I have our 52nd wedding anniversary on Monday.
Hey.
And so I kiddo. She doesn't listen to me much, either on the air or off the air. She's it's because it's been done. You know, I've been since we were together when I was 15. All but one of the years that we've been together, I've been on the radio. So it's been like, oh, it's old hat. Dave's on the radio. I don't have to listen. I can hear him at home, sort of thing. I tease her about that, but she's a swell gal, and we have our anniversary coming up on Monday.
Happy anniversary.
There you go. Thank you very much.
All right. So last week, filling in for Rich was Bob Lafort and Trish Parento.
Did they do a good job? Let's have him back
job.
here. Rich,
they did a great job.
All right, see you later. Bye.
They were great.
But Rich Elaine is back, so what's going on at the Post?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, before I get to the Post stuff, I promise I'd do this first, the banners.
Yes.
Promise I'd do this first.
Oh, they're
you see
looking
them
sharp.
Yeah.
We got to
See
get
them
more.
around the city.
Yep.
And you know, it's really interesting because we have some banners up, seasonal things, you know, season's greetings, and the Autumn Fest ones are up now.
Right.
But boy, I'll tell you what eye poppers your veterans banners are. First of all, they're a different size, and second of all, vibrant colors, and the letters are big so you can read them as you go by.
Yep.
Really nicely done, guys.
Yeah,
Well-
and really just like the and this is what I was envisioning, and you know, UVC made it possible. So it's really just focused on the veteran, and their name is big. Like there's not a lot of, you know, it has their you know, their branch and
sure, you
their
have to
rank
put
and all
that
of
on
those
there.
things, but you know, not a lot of
The
like
name, easy to read as you
yeah,
drive by.
yeah, right.
So the
I
push.
don't understand why Ernie Frappier was a profile.
Well,
His picture was a
That's the
profile.
picture that was.
Yeah, that's a picture
Submitted.
that was submitted.
Yeah,
So,
So
you can
that's the one we do.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
just.
Well, I remember the front of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with
What a
the,
veteran he was.
with the banners, what I do want to say is that, listen, folks, there's only like 7 of them up downtown now,
Is there
because
only
that was
7?
that
Okay.
was the first,
Those
know,
are the original ones
bunch
that
we
were
made.
displayed on
Right.
on Memorial
On
Day.
that broadcast.
But we have some in
That's
the
right.
key. We have some in our quiche right now that are all put together. And what we're trying to do is put a. We don't want to hand them out to the city 2 at a time and say put these 2 up. So we're trying to get
Yeah.
a bunch of them, right?
Yeah, make an
so
impact.
we got about 10 or 12 that are in the quiche right now that are going to be made. But what I want to tell everybody out there is that if you're interested, if you went downtown and say, "Gee, how do we get one of these?" First of all, know this: the veteran does not have to be deceased.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
does
yeah.
not have to be deceased. If you've got a veteran that lives down the street, you know, you like the people down the street, their son or daughter is in the military right now, you can put a banner up for them. No problem at all.
This is a Woonsocket way of saying a little more than thank you for your service.
That's
Right,
correct.
that's right.
That's correct. So, you know, what I'd like people to do, if you're interested in getting a banner, you can get in touch with Melissa. Melissa's got all sorts of ways of getting in touch with her. You can get in touch with me down the American
you can
Legion
call the
Post.
station and get in touch with
Yeah,
Melissa.
85, the station can. So what I'm saying is that if you want a banner, you can't sit back and say to yourself, "Gee, I didn't know how to get one."
Yeah.
You can get one. Just like Dave just said, you can get in touch with the station, get in touch with Melissa. Give me a call on American Legion Post 85, 401-766-7585. Say, you know, get in touch with us. We want to get a banner. They're only $175, which $75 of that goes towards a veteran crisis program that we help veterans that are homeless or, you know, they
whatever
need a
they
place,
need,
whatever
right.
they need. So
Sometimes emergencies come up
Yep.
and it's the weekend and you can't get in touch with the VA or anybody to help, and you need that little, you know, nest egg to be able
Yep.
to get folks whatever they need, whether it's just a hotel room for a couple of nights or food or whatever it is, right?
Yep,
So, yeah.
So, Joe, do you want to do your break now, and then I can get into what's going on at the Post?
Yeah,
or-
sure.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea, Rich. All right. This portion of the Coffee and Program has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze Breeze, making our community stronger by telling their stories.
ON, AM, and FM.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777 or biglou.com.
ON Radio.
It's Coffee Ann here on ON. Thanks for coming along with us this morning. Dave Richards is here, and Melissa Murray's here, and Rich Elaine is here. I'm Joe Callahan. So what's going on at the Post, Rich?
All right, now we get to go on what's going on at the Post.
The fun stuff.
The fun stuff, absolutely. So, tomorrow, of course, we're coming to the end of the seasons. We all know that. So we got our last band of the season. Saturday night, this Saturday, September 20th, Northeast Groove.
Oh, they're great.
Northeast Groove is very good.
Dave Drew and the gang.
Nice mix of music going on up there. So that's going to be Saturday, September 20th, and which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
yes.
And the weather's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. 7 to 11 p.m. up at our pavilion at 870 River Street. And in the parking lot, we got a food truck. Asian Cafe Express is going to be there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that's some good food. So they're going to be there from 5 to 10. So if you want to come a little early, have yourself a beverage, sit down, have some good food, and then wait for the band to come on and watch them set up and all that happy stuff. Sure. Absolutely. Come on down. Now, on the next day, on Sunday, September 21st, like you mentioned earlier, you had Trish in here last week with Bobby LaForte. Trish with Movification. What a wonderful lady. Yeah. That lady works so hard. I got so much respect for her. They're having their 5th annual Mental Health Day this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Look, that all the money goes to support breast cancer survivors and help them heal, okay? Great organization that's going to be down there, like I said, Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Their Mental Health Day at Post 85. Music, food trucks, raffles, vendor booths. Just a lot of fun for the whole family. Come on down, support Trish. Trish supports the Post. She supports veterans. She supports cancer survivors. Help this lady out.
And their families, too.
And families.
And we support her.
We support her, absolutely. Now that the bands are all done, we still ain't done up at the pavilion. Okay? We got Saturday, September 27th. Get the leotards ready. Raising Hell, WW New World Wrestling Extreme. Comes back on September the 27th, Saturday. And they're going to be up at Post 85 with the bell time at 6:30. I mean, with the doors opening at 6:30, bell time 7:30. You got to go to NWWExtreme.org. You can find out about your tickets.
NWW as a New World Wrestling.
New World Wrestling Extreme, right? And you can look them up online and pre-order your tickets and all that happy stuff to get a lot more information.
I haven't seen the wrestling there under the pavilion. Do they have enough headroom to do the, flip over their backs and stuff like that without hitting the lights?
What they've been doing is, if the weather's good, they've been moving the ring, if you're looking at the pavilion, to the right-hand side. And they're actually holding it outside. So it's been, every time they've been up there so far this year, the weather's been good. So, but it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy watching it.
Yeah. Well,
it's just a good time.
It's like watching Three Stooges. Everybody loves them.
Yep. So, oh, man.
I wouldn't compare them to the Three Stooges.
Why not?
They don't like that kind of thing.
They don't. They rehearse. They're silly. Nobody really gets hurt.
Dave, why don't you come up on Saturday, September 27th, and we'll say Dave Richards is the one that compared you guys to the Three Stooges. We'll see what happens. Okay, but
they'll invite me into the ring. That'll be their swan song, their Waterloo.
But like I said, that's Saturday, September 27th.
I'll take care of them.
for the wrestling. All right, then we're going to roll into October, okay? Now, having been a correction officer myself and being involved in law enforcement, I've been a member of the Fraternal Order of Police for, God, I don't know, maybe 20 years now, 25 years. But anyhow, the local lodge around here, we're having a cornhole tournament on Saturday, October the 18th. It's open to the public and everything like that. So if you're interested in putting the team together for the cornhole tournament on Saturday, October 18th, it's going to be held up at the American Legion Post underneath our pavilion. All sorts of different activities going on that day. The players' tickets are $30 per person. This includes all-you-can-eat dynamites. And for non-players, if you want to come up there and just watch the people do the cornhole, it's $10. So you come up there for $10, you can have all-you-can-eat for the dynamite. So, all right.
That's a great deal.
And there's cash prizes that are awarded to first, second, and third place for the cornhole tournament. Once again, Saturday, October 18th. You can call the American Legion Post 401-766-7585. Ask for Rich Lane or Bob Lafort, the commander. We'll be able to hook you up if you want a team for the cornhole tournament. And last but not least, this has been such a fantastic event up at the Post for the last 3 years. Ladies Auxiliary puts on a trunk or treat. And it's a very safe place for the kids to go out. And
big parking lot, too, to do it.
Yep, big parking lot. And we got prizes for the. We invite people to come with their vehicles and decorate your vehicle and have some candy in it and stuff. They hand out to the kids. There are prizes awarded for the best trunk. So if you decorate it real nice, we got a nice prize for you. There's going to be crafts up there, snacks, a lot more activities going on. Nikki Lafort, who's the president of the auxiliary, they do a wonderful job, the Ladies Auxiliary. So the trunk or treat is Saturday, October the 25th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. It's a free event. It's open to the public. I know in the past years we've had beverages for the kids. We've had macaroni and cheese for the kids and stuff like that. So like I said, Saturday, October 25th, 4:30 to 6:30 if you want a nice, safe place for your kids to go trick-or-treating. Dress them up in their Halloween outfits and have them come up to the Post and just have a grand old time. So it's about all I got to run down.
All right, very cool.
I have one event that I would like to share.
Sure.
3rd annual Mrs. Roper Romp Woonsocket.
When's that coming?
That is on Saturday the 27th. And
Really?
It's from 3 to 6.
That's a week from tomorrow, then.
It's a week from tomorrow. We all meet at 3 p.m. We're going to meet at the train depot in downtown. And then we are going to walk to Ciro's. We're going to stay and hang out there for a little while in their outdoor patio. They are ready for us.
Right.
We got to go there early. I know
They don't
it's
want you
early
inside,
on a Saturday. Well, we're a little rambunctious. Like things get rambunctious. So the whole idea is to dress like Mrs. Roper from Three's Company. Or some other Three's Company, cast or character, right? But a male or female.
I could dress like Chrissy, and I'd be.
You could.
Okay.
You could. Yep.
Good luck pulling that one off.
Yeah, I know.
You just need a way with pigtails.
Well, I was just thinking, though, you're assembling at the depot. You know, there's an electric vehicle charging station there. So you could come with straight hair, just stick your tongue in the socket over there, and then you'll have the right hair.
Well, we're encouraging folks to park in the municipal lots, because obviously that's a private lot, so don't park there. But we're going to assemble there. We're going to do a photo. We're going to go down to Ciro's, and then we are going to walk down Main Street to River Falls, and it's just a really fun time. There'll be prizes for the best costume, but you must. In order to participate, you must be dressed like Mrs. Roper, or we'll probably have a Stanley or
from
two.
A media
right,
company. Yeah,
a Stanley or two, maybe a Chrissy, and we've had a Larry before.
Okay.
And it's always a really, really fun time. So yeah.
Anyone try to be Don Knotts?
Not in Woonsocket yet,
Okay.
but that would be great.
Just got to get an ascot.
Yeah, right. No, I've seen that on other.
On others?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Was Norman Fell part of that show too?
He was Mr.
Yeah.
Roper.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Yes.
No, at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, he was great. That third, that invisible fourth wall.
Oh, looking
right?
at the cameras and laughing was great.
Hey, Joe, could I do a safety thing?
Well, sure.
And really, this is
everybody's in favor of safety, right?
I'm serious when I talk about this one. Okay.
Okay.
I go down to the bike path down at River's Edge.
Right.
That's because I refuse to do my cycling on the road anymore. It's just
Yeah, it's
I don't
not
want to
safe.
get run over. It's
Yeah.
just too
Yeah, it
dangerous,
is.
right?
It is.
So I go down the bike path. I figure, all right, this is good, right? And I've been cycling for a while, and I understand that some people, you get your older couples, you go down to the bike path, you want to do a nice bike ride. But listen, there's 2 lanes down there, okay? Now, I went down there the other day, okay? And I'm coming up on my right-hand side, and there's bikes going the same direction I am, one in the right lane, which is fine, and one in the left lane, going the same direction I am. Okay, now, there's rules on a bike path.
Stay to the right.
And I come up behind these people, and I say, on your left. That's what you're supposed to do when you're on a bike path, right?
Yeah.
20 feet behind them, on your left, on your left. The lady on the left, I'm sorry, I feel bad for her, but guess what? She didn't move, and then she's going the same direction to me, and I hear her holler, "What? Who's left? Yours or mine?"
Oh.
I know. Now I'm doing.
It would be yours, lady.
I'm doing 16, 17 miles an hour now on my bicycle.
To be
Doesn't
clear,
sound like
you're
much,
both
but when
going
you're
in the
walking,
same
that's a lot.
direction.
Yeah.
So
And she gets all confused. I go in between her and whoever she was riding with.
You might
and
be safer on the streets.
And
now.
I hear crunch.
oh no.
No.
I stop my bike. I look behind me.
They crashed.
She got confused and she crashed into the rail, the wooden rails that are on, and the bike flipped over and she went rolling down the embankment into the Blackstone River.
Wow.
Now, I'm sorry I laugh, but I hear her husband say, "Oh my God, are you all right?" And she says, "Yeah, I'm okay." And he says, "I'll go get your bike."
Not her.
Wow.
So and then
if she's okay.
she's okay. Then he looks at me with this disdain look.
Oh, yeah, everybody does that.
So here's all I'm saying, folks. If you're going to go out on the bike path, could you just do everybody a favor? Look up the rules of when you're on a bike path. They're the same on all bike paths. Learn the nomenclature. Somebody's saying on your left and they're riding a bike, move over to the right. They're passing you on the left.
Yeah.
Okay? And this is a safety sake. Now, when you're on that bike path, there's walkers. Could you do me a favor? There's signs all over the place. Walkers walk facing the cyclist.
That's right. So they can see you coming.
So they
and
can
move out of
see
the
you
way.
coming, and that way, if they have to go around you, they can see what's coming from the other side.
Yeah.
And please, I'm begging you.
It's just like driving a car.
Yeah.
Stay to the right.
Yeah, and just,
No, because
No,
you're
you have
telling
to
the
walk.
walkers
Yeah,
to
the
stay
walk-
on the
Not the walkers,
left.
the
Not
people
the
on the
walkers.
bike. The people on the bike.
This
Yeah.
is what I
Single
find
file
confusing.
when you're
That's,
riding a
that's
bike.
what I'm
If
saying.
you want
Follow the
compliance, you
rules.
have to be logical.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get compliance when you say, well, if you're on a bike, you're on the right. If you're on the walking, you're on the left. People are just not going to go
But
along
there's
with it.
signs.
There's signs.
And
There's
it's
signs
written on the
everywhere.
sidewalk. On the path.
It is.
It's
It is.
like,
Signs are everywhere.
please. And you know what? And people that are walking your dogs on the bike path, do me a real solid favor.
Yeah, don't use a leash.
If you're walking on the right-hand side with your dog, on the left-hand side, facing the cyclist with your dog, do me a favor. The dog's on a leash. Don't let the leash go all the way across the bike path
Oh,
so your
yeah.
dog can do its business on the other side.
Right.
Because if I come around a corner doing 16, 17 miles an
You're gonna
hour on my bike,
you're gonna flip
and that
over.
leash is across the bike path,
You're
goes
going
doggy.
down.
Oh, yeah.
well, your dog's
No,
going
the
to go,
bike's going down. Yeah.
and I'm going over, and I'm not going to be too happy with you. But I'm saying this for all cyclists and all walkers. I just want you to be safe. It's a beautiful path.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
There's
but
different rules for the road than there are for the bike
yeah,
path.
be
so
safe.
just- yeah.
Be safe. I'm sorry, Joe. I went off on
all
a
right.
tangent there, but be
It's
safe.
funny.
Yes, you did.
Skiers and snowboarders have the exact same sayings when you're overtaking somebody on the slopes, on your left, on your right,
Yeah.
depending on what side you're doing on.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is brand new.
Yeah, but
This has been going on for safety reasons for years.
and the thing that made me laugh the best is when I should say laugh because I really feel bad the woman went tumbling over into the Blackstone, right?
Blackstone River.
But the thing that made me laugh is going the same direction to me and her going, which left,
Who's
yours
that?
or mine? I'm saying, wow.
All right. Well, there are still good Samaritans in the world, okay? This took place in Wilmington, Delaware. A man was, a 59-year-old man, was pinned underneath her car. He was riding a scooter when he collided with the vehicle and slid under the car and became trapped under it. So several bystanders come running over. They grabbed the jack out of the car, click, 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 and got him out. He did suffer chest injuries. Now back to safety. He's riding his scooter against the traffic when he was hit. Or when he struck the car, so he was going in the wrong direction.
There you
go. Got to be careful of these things.
It is a vehicle. You got to go the rules of the
Yep.
road.
All right, that'll do it for the show for today. We thank you very much for listening in. As always, Dave Richards, thanks for being here.
Great being here. I'll see you tomorrow at the Great Pumpkin Fest in North Smithfield at the high school. We'll be there with the ON TV truck, and maybe we'll talk to you.
All right, and Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe out there.
All right, and Rich Lane, thanks for coming in.
Nice to be back.
Good to have you here. All right, this is Joe Callahan. We'll talk again at 2 this afternoon. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember us coming up after the 9 o'clock news?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.